'cause I am the queen. Hey, welcome back to another book rant video, and I'm actually excited about this one because it is Birthday Girl by the wonderful Penelope Douglas. She's the same author as my Devil's Night series, obviously, and I think most of her books are like dark romances. This ain't one of them, and I don't know if this was supposed to be considered dark romance. It's not. It's more of a contemporary age gap, really. It's so, but it's just as good as her other books. Yes, it is an age gap. It is spicy. The plot is about a girl, Jordan. Her and her boyfriend Cole move into Cole's dad's house. His name's Pike. They move into his house because of Cole. We'll get into that in a minute. And, they move into his house. They're kind of just living, she's trying to get her situation together. Cole doing God knows what. Pike is kind of just trying to support and help them out. However, she ends up falling in love with the dad. Okay. And it is an age gap. She's 19, he's 38. I don't even know how I want to start this because there's just so much. It is spicy, I'm going to tell you that. It is a very spicy thing. I think with amount of spice scenes, I want to say like a 3.5 to 4 out of 5. But the actual spice scenes, 5 out of 5. There's not a ton as you would see in probably some of the other ones. Because they don't get together like right away. Like it takes a minute for them. They start to kind of acknowledge they're starting to feel things throughout like the beginning, kind of like the middle. Like they start to acknowledge like they're feeling some things that they shouldn't, but they don't actually do anything until a bit later. And that's the actual scenes, 5 out of 5. But let's get into it. It's, first of all, her boyfriend is, Cole is not, you can't really get mad at her for falling for the dad, because to her, like, she knows it's her boyfriend's dad, but at the same time, he's a whole lot better than her boyfriend. Cole is he always make me mad. He's a terrible boyfriend. He's a terrible kid, really. He has his own issues, and it was kind of just, he treated her like crap, treated her like she wasn't important. Bro, when she met Pike, she was at the movie theater waiting for Cole. She was at the movie theater. They were supposed to meet up for a date because she had just got off of work. She was like, okay, I'm going to walk to the movie theater. Meet me there after my shift. Great. She walks there. She's there. He's nowhere to be seen. She can't get a hold of him, calling him. She's like, you know what? I'm just going to go watch this movie because I love this movie. I want to go see it. So she goes in by herself. Pike is also there because they actually happen to have a lot of things in common. And he's there. And he's kind of just sitting. He's minding his own business. They kind of meet. I think she drops her cell phone or something like that, and it falls to his seat. Like, it falls down, like how the seats work in the movie theater. And he picks it up because, he sees it. And he gives it back to her, and they kind of, it's like an instant connection, honestly. Like, they instantly, you can tell the connection from the beginning. Honestly, I knew that you don't know that that's his dad in that first scene. It's kind of just some random guy she's talking to in the movie theater. I had a feeling that was him, but at the same time, it was like, bro, he seems better than the one ditching you, because apparently he wasn't there because he got arrested again for doing something stupid. Her boyfriend is just not the smartest kid in the world. And just instantly, I was like, oh, yeah, I want them together. Like, you can tell that has much in common. And she was genuinely, clearly enjoying his company. And she didn't even know who he was. It wasn't until after, when she gets the call about Cole. No, the dad gets the call about Cole. And she overhears and she realizes who that is. And she kind of introduces herself. And it got awkward because, I mean, it obviously got awkward because they both clearly felt like that connection, like, you kind of interest me. He's single, so he has the right to feel whatever he wants to feel. And the thing is, what made it worse is the reason this is called Birthday Girl is because that first scene takes place on her birthday. It is her birthday, and they're supposed to be hanging out, and Cole just messes everything up. And she's trying to enjoy herself. And it's just, even when they get to the dad's house, Jordan's trying to work. She's trying to get things back together. They're at their dad's house because they got kicked out of their apartment because of Cole. And she's trying to get her going. She's going to school, trying to work. She's trying to get things back in order. And Cole is just not doing anything. And he's just making things worse. And she tries to talk to him, but he doesn't seem to care that much. He, like, will say he cares, but he doesn't really care. And he kind of just wants to party. Because, I mean, yeah, they are 19. I mean, they are young. But at the same time, bro, you just got kicked out of your apartment, causing you and your girlfriend to essentially be homeless, moving into your dad's house. That's probably really awkward for her to have to go to your parents' house and stay. Come on now. Oh, it made it worse. They end up breaking up. Obviously, they end up breaking up because he wasn't a good boyfriend. But the reason they broke up is because this idiot decides to cheat on her at the dad's house. She walks home and he's in the pool with some other girl doing the nasty. Like, dude, if you're gonna freaking cheat, don't do it where you guys are staying. In your dad's house. And luckily, thank God, his dad, Pike, thank God, he didn't, like, he kicked, I'm forgetting people's names. He kicked Cole out. He let Jordan stay because it was like, I'm not gonna kick your girlfriend out and her be homeless because of your stupid decision. Jordan was gonna leave because she's like, well, it's awkward. Like, you're now my ex-boyfriend's dad. I can't stay. He was like, no, you can stay until you find somewhere you want to go. He kicked his son out because he was like, I'm not supporting that type of decision. Like, you made a stupid decision. You shouldn't have done it. I'm not supporting this. You can leave. And he let Jordan stay. Well, now they're in the house. They're alone. Nothing happens. Nothing happens yet. They both can feel the chemistry. They both feel it. You get both their point of views. It's dual point of view. So you get both their sides. They realize that it's wrong. I mean, at least they acknowledge that. Most of the time it's in, like, age gap books. Neither one of them care. They realize the messed up situation that this is. Because it's her ex-boyfriend's dad. It's his son's ex-girlfriend. The age gap itself is already, like, people are going to talk. People are going to judge. This isn't the best situation. So they kind of try to keep it civil. They, talk like normal. They are living together. So they kind of, they want to keep it cordial. And she doesn't really want to get kicked out because, I mean, she has nowhere to go. And, they get to know each other. It's the relationship. It does progress, like, better than I've seen in other books. Because it's not, like, instantly. Like, they do have an instant, like, connection. Like, they like each other. But they don't immediately get together. Like, they think it through a little bit. They kind of realize what might happen if they get together. They get to know each other. He remembers her birthday. He treats her a whole lot better. And I think being older, he kind of is a little bit more mature, kind of understands things a little more. He goes to work. He owns his own company. He's minding his business, but he's lonely. And he had his kid pretty young. His marriage didn't work out, like, with Cole's mother. Like, the marriage didn't really work out. And he kind of didn't really get into many relationships after that, just because he was kind of focused on raising Cole. But, eventually they do act on their feelings. And it kind of works. I can warn you, there is a third act breakup, which, do I hate those? Yes. I do not like third act breakups, especially depending on, like, I know you're going to get back together. Especially depending on the breakup, because sometimes it'd be over something stupid. I don't remember what their breakup was about. I do know she moves out. That's how I know. Like, I do remember she moved out for a little bit. I don't even remember where she goes. Was it a hotel? I think it was. I think she moves and she starts at a hotel. She goes to like a hotel where she starts to work at, and then like lives with a friend she used to know. And he like goes to the different hotels and tracks her down. I believe that was this book. Yeah, he goes to a bunch of hotels trying to track her down. I don't remember why they break up. They just do. I'm sure he said something. She said something. Just third act breakups is kind of just. You could have just talked this out instead of like one of you running away, or just. I'm sure. I don't know. Some third act breakups sometimes just like it's not even that serious, and then like they don't. You give up a little just too easily. Like after everything you've been through, you give up just like that after one fight? Come on now. But, he does. He being him, Pike tracks her down to like where he thinks she might be. He ends up finding the right hotel because he remembers things that she told him because he's good like that. So he finds her, they talk. They both admit what their faults. She goes back to his house. They get back together. Things like that. He helps her with her career because he owns a construction company and she wants to. I don't know if it's architect, but it's like design like outside areas. I don't. There's a name for it. She calls it, but I don't remember what the name is. She designs like outside areas of like buildings and shit. So he helps her with her career. You know, they it goes well. Cole does come back after a while. You don't see him for a minute. He doesn't vanish, but he was kicked out, and at that point he kind of realizes, oh wow, I'm a piece of shit. Let me fix myself. He ends up joining the military, and so he is gone for a while, and then you kind of later see him come back, where he talks to his dad, talks to Jordan, kind of apologizes for everything. He does find out about the relationship. I think that was before he went to the military. He was pissed off. Understandably. I mean, I'd be a little upset too. I'm like, yo, this is weird. But I think that's also one of the things that kind of pushed him into going to try to better himself, because it was like, oh wow, I'm so terrible. Like, my dad got the girl that I'm in love with, which, were you really in love with her? Because I think, honestly, the way she described their relationship, they were together because it was easy. They met in like college or whatever, and they were both going through some things, and so they got together, and it was easy to be together. I think that's the reason she stayed with him, even though like she knew he wasn't the best and he kind of treated her like crap. So worked out though. They got together, they got married, they had little children's. Even he even made a joke, is like he's almost 50 with a 6-year-old. So, but he's happy, they're all happy. I think it was a good book. Again, it had its spiciness, it had its moments, there was drama, this was, I think, the first age gap book I've read. I never read an age gap book before, so I didn't know what to expect. But it was like, I mean, they're both adults. I think the only issue, in my opinion, I don't really care if you have an age gap. As long as like both people are adults, do what you do. I think the thing for me that made this weird was, she dated his son. In my opinion, I think that would be the only thing that like would seem weird if I met them and they told me about it. That would seem weird to me. Their age difference, I mean, it's a distance, but it's not like, oh, that's disgusting. Anyway, I recommend it. I think that people would enjoy it. The one I had got like it had a bonus material in it, so that was cool. It was really, I don't even remember what the bonus material was, to be honest. I think it was just like an extra. Oh yeah, it was just like an extra scene of like them kind of. I think it's the proposal scene when he proposes like to marry her, because it kind of does jump a bit towards the end. Because there is an epilogue scene. So like kind of like they get back together. She kind of, her college is over, and then like there's it jumps to like the epilogue, and they have kids and all that, and then you kind of get that bonus scene of, I believe he proposes, which is cute. But that's it for that. That it was Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. I recommend it. I think you should read it. But that is it for today. As always, recommendations are always appreciated. I can't talk. They're appreciated, okay? Always looking for more books and different things to read. And I will see you lovely people next time.